After a 40-year ban on open carry, a major shift now in Florida's gun laws. So soon, legal owners will be able to carry their weapons out in the open. And now lawmakers, law enforcement, families are split over what this change means for safety. So NewsNation's Ryan Bass, he's outside a police station in St. Petersburg, Florida. Ryan, how are not only police and those authorities, but also businesses preparing for this change?
Yeah, I mean, they're getting ready, Kelly, because this is about to take effect next Thursday. And it all started with the state appeals court in Tallahassee basically striking down the ban on Florida's open carry law. And that started back in 1987. So this has been nearly 40 years that this has now been revoked. And basically it said it didn't line up with recent Supreme Court rulings, which means now that Florida, starting next Thursday, will become the largest state in about a decade to allow people to openly carry firearms. Now, this is something that, again, businesses and police officers and police academies are really getting ready for across the state. Sheriffs from Miami-Dade to Central Florida have told deputies to stop making arrests for open carry, but they can still act if someone's carrying in a threatening way. 35 states allow open carry without a permit. Florida is about to become another one of them, while states like Maryland and Massachusetts allow it with restrictions. 6 states, including California and New York, ban open carry outright. Now, here in Florida, there are still rules on places that you can't just openly bring a gun into. Some of those we'll show you on your screen, but it includes things like government buildings, meetings. You think about stadiums, Disney World, for example, in Orlando, you can't bring a gun into. That also includes polling places, college campuses. However, businesses, they can still ban guns on their property if they choose to. It's also important to note here, Kelly, that this only applies to people who can legally have and own a gun here in Florida, which means felons, those that have been convicted of domestic violence, and also people under the age of 21. This does not apply to them. Those laws still remain in place, Kelly.
Yeah, that's an important distinction here. And Ryan, it kind of sounds like whether or not this makes streets safer sort of depends on who you ask.
It certainly does, right? Now, there was a Johns Hopkins study, Kelly, that came out in 2022 that basically showed that states that loosened concealed carry laws, they actually had more gun assaults. However, again, it's all up to interpretation of who you're chatting with. You know, supporters of open carry say that it deters those criminals or that crime and that it upholds rights. We did speak with Parkland parent Andrew Pollock, whose daughter, Meadow, actually was killed in the 2018 Parkland school shooting here in Florida. He is actually okay with open carry, especially in schools.
This is why I think it's good to have plainclothes officers and teachers in school that carry, because no one knows who is carrying and who's able to defend the kids and shoot back. If you're a real evil person, element of surprise, and it's better for protection.
Now, Florida Democratic Chair Nikki Fried argues that open carry will actually erode trust in communities. She wants police to hold off here until there's actually more clarity. Even sheriffs are split. Some of them are calling it a policing headache. Others are saying, Kelly, that they will follow what the Attorney General is saying here, which is that open carry in the state of Florida is now a state law. Kelly.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.